Good morning
And Happy New Year.
and Happy New Year. We are doing another
Walk talk?
walk talk. Yes, another walk talk in this series of walk talks. I
The
hope
first
you,
one for 2021.
for 2021,
Yeah.
I hope you look back at our walk talk channel. We're taking the journey together on YouTube, and you'll get a chance to um, see some of our past walk talks from the past. This is a new adventure for Sharon and Craig Butts. We've been taking the journey together on a radio program locally in Savannah, Georgia, for the last year or so, right? And we have an old motto when it comes to taking the journey together that we guess we better bring out so we can do it for 2021, even though this is our walk talk. By the way, we're in Hollywood Beach. Let me take a look.
Standing atop a lifeguard station.
Yeah, have you taken
Came
a
out
look?
for the sunrise.
Look at that beautiful sun. Look at that.
Ocean is amazing today.
Look how beautiful it is. But you look down the beach. Okay.
So, want to hear about Virgo?
Yes.
We are going to relate. It doesn't matter what the Bible says, what the Bible says, children say, or even what Jesus said. We are going to relate and take the journey together. We believe in relating in a balanced way. And by balance, we mean taking the friendship and love aside and the
I only did it so they could hear it probably better. Go ahead.
the friendship side and the love side, and finding that in the same person, so that you can marry your friend and your lover, as opposed to choosing between one or the other. And that is relating in a balanced way.
Yes. So for this year, 2021, it's a year that we are trying to build friendships, much closer and stronger relationships. Since we just went through a year of a lot of separation, politics was so polarized.
Yes.
Us against them against us versus them. You
Polarized families and spouses.
especially, and then the COVID-19 didn't make it any better. So either your relationship got better, or it got broke, or it's breaking. And we struggled even in our relationships. And I'll be honest with you, relationship is all about developing. It's all about structure. It's all about trying to relate.
And growing.
And growing. And so therefore there's going to be a struggle. Without a struggle, there's no what?
No progress.
No progress.
Yes.
We don't live in a world that's perfect. We don't live in a world that in turn has everything going, the way we want it to, especially for African American couples.
And we are certainly not perfect.
No such thing. So basically what we're talking about is how do you keep a balance in your relationship? And I think that's important. That's something you got to do every day, sometimes every hour. It's best to try to make it every day, not every hour, but sometimes it beats that way.
Yeah, minute by minute.
Exactly. So we're here in the beautiful Hollywood Beach, Florida. If I didn't say it, I guess I'll say it again.
Yeah.
And we're enjoying the weather. It's 81 some degrees, very windy, but you can hear the sand and the wind behind us. Surf, yes.
Yeah.
So Sharon, when it comes to friendship, I'm going to let you talk a little bit to everybody more about how do you stay friends with Mel from a friend relationship point of view, knowing there were different sets of males, how they feel, how they think, some more open, some more closed, some more talkative, some who basically like, I don't think we need to do all this, I'm good. How do we deal with that from a lady's point of view, to pour real friendship into that relationship if you didn't have one, or you know that you need one in that relationship? And yeah, I know it takes two, but I just want to ask you from a relationship from a female side, and please be open, honest, and transparent, what we call hot, as part of our taking the journey, and how you are dealing with me in that matter, okay?
Yeah. And I'm still learning. As every day, it's a new learning experience. But some of the things that I have learned recently
hold on a second. By the way, we're not walking this time on the walk talk because it's so windy outside. You wouldn't be able to hear us at all anyway.
So we'll walk later.
Yeah, exactly.
So we talk now, walk later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So communication and being open, honest, and transparent. And that's one of the things that is sometimes very difficult to do, especially if you come from a background where it's okay not to be transparent or open, or you just assume that people understand what you're talking about. But you have to go that extra mile to make sure that you are clear. The other thing, and this is something that I learned just the other day in listening to someone, is ask the man what he's interested in. Ask him what he's thinking about. Ask him questions. And that's a hard thing too. A lot of us have not had that experience, and it's a brand new learning tool. And we're not going to be good at it, and we're not going to be perfect at it, and we're going to slip a lot. But we got to keep plugging away because we know that our opinion is important. Our opinion is everything, and we've been taught that way and sort of raised that way. But it's okay for us. But men, a lot of the times, males are
Especially African American males.
Yeah, definitely. Those
Our
are
words
the
not
males.
really noticed,
Right.
said, and is basically dismissed many times.
Exactly, and those are the males I'm talking about right now, because that's my only experiences with African American males. African American males are taught to mainly be silent. Their role is not to be, proactive in doing anything other than what the female wants them to do, and that's not a thriving relationship.
Where you're talking, I'm going to let them see something gorgeous
Okay.
right now. Look yourself.
Oh wow! Look
at that.
We have an overcast day today.
Look at that.
But we came out for the sunrise anyway.
Look at that.
And
And
this
that's unbelievably
is
beautiful.
unbelievably beautiful. And that's the other thing. I am so...
We'll get back to you.
Yes. That I have a man who chose to be with me.
Yeah, haven't been me.
Yeah.
Haven't
I was
Today, that is.
I was just
No,
going to
I'm
say
joking.
that who chose to be with me, who loves doing a lot of the same things that I do. So we enjoy a lot of things together. He comes up with some of the best trips and things, and and we
Let's do this while we're talking.
and we
While you're
just
talking, I'm going to
yeah.
go like this.
What you got?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if I can get that beautiful. Or I got to do it such a way they can still can see us. But let them see at least something.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that? There you go.
There. Yes, and and this was just another amazing trip that we did. And these are our minications, I guess you could call them. Where
Very important if you can, whether it's down the neighborhood, down the block, whether it's a hotel, whether it's a park, especially today, be safe about it. But you need those mini vacations.
mask.
Yes, exactly. You need to mind's in my pocket, by the way. And there's nobody really around
Right.
us
We're
whatsoever.
up high away
We're
from
both
everybody.
tested negative, excuse me. But it's very important for you to take those mini vacations.
Yes.
I don't care if it's 1 day, I don't care if it's 2 days, if it's less than that. You gotta make sure that you take that break, especially with lifestyles that are going on right now.
And sometimes it's just, to break that monotony. Get out of your house, get out of your apartment. Do something that's a little bit different from what you have been doing on a regular basis. That stagnation is it's a conversation killer. It's a communication killer. Because you get really bogged down and you feel like you've said everything that needs to be said. But when you get out and you get another perspective on life and on things that's going on around you, and you see something different, that opens up a whole new avenue of conversation between you and your partner.
Exactly. Those avenues of partnerships that she's referring to is very important in a thriving relationship. Looking for avenues of partnership. We're not talking about just lovership, which is the lust and chemistry connection. We are talking about the need to, in turn, be able to build a legacy, be able to bring moments that have movements behind it for self, for your children, hopefully, and for your community. And so when you put that all together, you're going to need those break times to build one another and relate to one another, because then it's going to be hard for you to help anybody else. Okay, cool. Anything else, babe? I think I'm going to. Wow, look at that. I think maybe we should go ahead and end this on a good word, and then I'm gonna let them look at the beach a little bit, and we're in this. Wish you guys were here too.
That sounds good. Yes, and maybe that's one of the other things that we need to do is take get going on taking the journey retreat, the WOW retreat.
Yes.
Taking the journey together retreat.
And we'll be having a retreat to have you come, learn more about the taking the journey together principles. Plus, at the same time, for those who like to camp, we're going to do it at campgrounds outside of a beach. We can't do beaches right now just because some of the beaches that we're looking at, especially when we're looking at an African beach that's called American Beach, is now locked down because of the pandemic. But we know that there are some campgrounds, so hopefully we'll get some campers to come together and we'll do one of our retreats there. We will be doing some online retreat sessions, webinars, so we'd love to have you be part of that too, from that end.
More information to come.
And exactly, more information to come. Look for having a beautiful time this year, a lovely time, but that means progress. That also means work. Bring your spirituality into, whether you're Catholic, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're any other culture. You want to bring your spirituality. It brings that moral and that integrity piece, what I would call that Dharma piece, that goodness that's in you. It brings that piece that you need to yourself and for each other as a good guide and focus on, I don't say standards, but I would say grounding in your relationships.
Which is very important.
Exactly.
You need grounding independently as well as interdependently.
Exactly. And what grounding does is have you move in a way that says, I don't want to be right all the time. I want a relationship. And that's very important. Grounding bases itself on, it's not all the time, each other can always be right. And because of that, a relationship can work out much, much better. So we're going to end right now and let you take a look all around here, okay? Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, here's Hollywood.